Okay, so now in security, on one of the Meteor tools that we've discussed earlier, we now need to address the Autopublish part. Awesome, so let's remove it and see what happens, shall we? And like I mentioned, you could do that to Meteor remove Autopublish, or you can go to this .meteor and packages file, and in here, publish all data. So here, publish all data to all the clients, or to the clients, and we don't really want that anymore. So insecure as well as Autopublish will be removed. As I save the file, you can tell the app is reloading, and it realized that we removed that package from here. And at the same time, you can tell on our client here in the browser window that we no longer see the list of items. Let's bring them back. All right. So the first thing we want to do is go to the imports API items again. And we are going to create something which is called a publication. So Meteor's way of handling the data is via a publish and subscribe, or otherwise called pub/sub. And the idea is that you can publish whatever data you need from your server side and then subscribe to that data from your clients. And we'll see what that means. So the very first thing we need to do is check whether we have the server side running at the moment we are trying to do this, because the publications can be only set on the server side, right? And this is a file that we are importing both on the client as well as the server. So Meteor will expose a publish method. You can tell here that receives a name. So we'll call it all items, as well as a function, which is going to be the actual code with which you want to expose your stuff. In this particular case, we want to return every single item, right? So we want, like the name suggests here, all the items. All right, so let's save this. What we want to do is subscribe to this publication in order for the application to actually list all the items, right? So let me open up this in a new panel, and we'll open up the component here. All right, so that you can see better what's going on. So here we have all items, the publication, and we want to get a hold of that on the Meteor key, because here is where we are able to do the Meteor related stuff. So if we go $subscribe, this will be a key provided by Meteor Tracker in order for us to subscribe to the publication. So there's a couple ways you can do this, but here is one, and I'll show you how it works. Next, we have the name of the publication you want. So all items will be matching what we have highlighted, and the value for this will be an array with all the arguments that we are passing into this function. And you can either have that or a function that returns an array of arguments. Let's keep it at an array for now. So now we can access the items again. Let's see if this works. And sure enough, we are now getting a hold of all the items once more, because we were getting all the items. So let's try and see if we can make this more clear. On the publication side, let's say we want to find only items where price is greater than 100. Okay. As I save this, you'll notice that only items which are greater than 100 on the price are being listed. So anytime that the items collection is being fetched, the only stuff that we're going to see is whatever the publication is exposing to the client. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And you can do all sorts of things, right? All right. So the other thing I wanted to show you is, let's try and lock the arguments over here and then pass in something from this array. So let's go to the terminal here, and you'll notice that we have this. All right, so these are the arguments that you can pass in, like I was mentioning. This will be read on the publication and can be used for whatever you need over here. All right, this might become handy to you sometime, and just keep that in mind.